Your following contest scheduled for one fall.
Jeez Louise. If the roster didn't need tetanus shots to begin with. You know, I've seen the Buff Dad attempt to wrestle, and it's a good thing that he doesn't try that anymore. But for lack of better terms, I really do consider these guys like a tag team. When have you ever seen two Buff competing without his geezer old man coming to step in for him? I just, look, I'm going to apologize, folks, but I'm going to be honest with you. After watching what I just watched with that tag team championship matchup, I'm beside myself. Hell, Simon Eddy has left the building. He's left the table at least. I don't know if he's still here. Things are unraveling fast. You suck, Morales. And the most greatest smelling man in all of professional wrestling. I've never experienced anything like it. I was in the locker room one time. Vincenzo Abruzzi got done with a grueling 12-minute matchup. He goes to give me a big hug at the end of the match. I'm thinking I'm going to smell like sewage afterwards. It was botanical. I don't know how he pulls it off. He's a hell of a wrestler, too. Folks, our main event is just one match away. But we've got ourselves a singles bout between Two Buff and Vincenzo Abruzzi. But in my opinion, in my not so humble opinion, I'm going to call this a handicap match. You got the likes of the Buff Dad in your corner. That's extra ammo. I don't care how you slice it. Well, Derek, thanks for joining us, buddy. I wasn't sure if you'd left the building or not. I knew you needed some air at least.
Yeah. Vinny Abruzzi in the ring with Two Buff. Here's the bell.
Contest is official. And you gotta wonder just what kind of aces they have in their sleeves, they being Buff Incorporated.
Big forearm from Vinny Abruzzi. Oh boy! Vinny Abruzzi, not the type of man you want to play with. Irish whip into the corner with authority. Oh, wait a second. Buff Dad getting Two Buff out of the line of fire, and Vinny Abruzzi crashing headlong into the top turnbuckle.
That's just their typical MO. That's how these two get down. They're always bending a rule.
But the mistake that Two Buff is making, that he's not taking advantage of it. Yeah, congratulations on getting the upper hand, but go take advantage of it. Buff getting back into the ring. Vinny Abruzzi.
He says he's ready to take this match seriously. You got to take it seriously from Jump Street, kid. I don't know what kind of set of cards you're playing with. He ducks underneath the collar and elbow attempt. Cinches in somewhat of a waist lock, but Vincenzo Abruzzi breaks it. Spectacular fashion. Two Buff yet again runs away for some sort of reprieve.
But Vinny Abruzzi manages to catch him this time around, looking for an Irish whip. But wait a second. Buff Dad pulling Two Buff out of the line of fire in a manner that Two Buff was not very happy with.
I mean, I get it. He's trying to help, but his help isn't helping. So, just stay away from the matchup. Why doesn't our commissioner do something about that ass bag in the pink shirt? He seems to be so involved with all these other matchups.
Well, there's no money in this, Bobby.
Oh, touche.
You got to remember, David Morales is the kind of guy, if you tell him to shut up, he won't shut up quiet enough. So you have to tell him to shut up while he's shutting up. Looking for a big suplex, big vertical suplex. Look at the power of Vinny Abruzzi. Two-Buff thinking he's in a pool and a big suplex.
Vinny just made that look easy. Oh, come on. Referee, please do something about this.
Wait a second. Is he throwing him out? He's throwing out the Buff Dad. Referee Nick Knox.
Buff Dad is being ejected to ringside.
Oh, there we go.
Finally, this could be considered an actual one-on-one matchup.
Referee with his back turned. Vinny Abruzzi gets that middle rope kick directly into the crotch.
Yeah, he's awfully proud of himself yet again.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Referee Nick Knox, no stranger to the antics of Two-Buff and the Buff Dad, but just got caught up this last time. Now Two-Buff in the driver's seat with Vinny Abruzzi.
The Saturday Night Delight keeps getting asphyxiated over that second rope. You gotta wonder, like, all that lack of oxygen. Hell, I'm surprised he hasn't passed out at this point.
Two-Buff taking advantage of the situation, but a little less showboating. And there we go. What do you call this move, Bobby? Gonna show him the peppermill before he seasons the steak. Oh, big basement dropkick.
The Saturday Night Delight is out on Dream Street. Still got enough wherewithal to get his shoulder up off the canvas in time.
Two-Buff acting nonchalant for a man who got the upper hand by underhanded means. Ah, say less. Big neck breaker. If he were done, Two-Buff would be covering him.
I mean, that's a bold claim. Vincenzo Abruzzi is another former RWA champion in his own right. I think Two-Buff, I think he's underestimated him a little bit in this matchup.
Somebody in the audience referred to Two-Buff as toilet brush.
I love it. Vincenzo lifted up by his beard and thrown off the ropes. Oh, a big reversal.
Looking for a power slam! That was high up too, but he could not capitalize with the cover.
I think he might have even bruised his own sternum with that one. You can see Vinny doesn't quite have his bearings about him. Vincenzo Abruzzi slow to get back up to his feet. Two-Buff doesn't know which end is up. Referee's count stops at 4.
Both men enough to their feet to stop the count, as you said. Ducks under the clothesline. Vinny with a clothesline of his own. Big back elbow. Two-Buff bouncing around like an American Super Bowl. Kick to the back of the head.
Rockabye baby on the treetop.
Oh, good night. Oh, that was the smartest thing he could have done. He just got blasted right in the forehead, right in the face with that knee, and he found his way to the floor.
I don't think he did that knowingly. I'm convinced it was the momentum from Vincenzo's assault, or offense, I should say, that sent him out of the ring.
You know what? I cannot argue with that logic, because right now Two-Buff is trying to conduct an interview with the turnbuckle post.
Vincenzo Abruzzi hot in pursuit. Ends up eating an elbow to the lower back.
Two-Buff calling for Pumpalicious? I don't know what's going on here, but Vincenzo up on the shoulders with the power. Boom! Flapjack right on his face.
Cover here applied, deep hook of the leg.
2. That's it. Vinny Abruzzi, your winner tonight, despite a number of underhanded tactics behind the referee's back. Vinny Abruzzi finds a way to continue to be victorious.
They don't call him the Saturday Night Delight for nothing there, Simon Eddy.
But speaking of Saturday Night Delights, it looks like we're about to pull the 50-50 raffle. And immediately following that, your main event, 6-man tag team action, coming up in just a moment.